You know when you're telling a story about something that happened and you get all tangled up in before this happened and after that, and wait, while this was going on? It's so easy to get lost. But what if I told you there's a kind of grammatical time machine that makes every story about the past perfectly clear? Well, today, we're going to find it. So let's start with a little puzzle. I arrived home at 6 p.m., my roommate cooked dinner. Seems simple enough, right? But hold on. When was the food actually ready? Did my roommate start cooking after I walked through the door, or was a delicious dinner already waiting for me? See? The simple past tense. It kind of leaves us guessing. To solve puzzles like this, we've got to go beyond the simple past. We need to unlock grammar's version of a time machine, a couple of special tools that let us pinpoint exactly when things happened in relation to each other, no confusion, no guessing. Okay, tool number one is what I call the perfect snapshot. This is the past perfect tense, and I want you to think of it just like that. A camera taking a perfect, clear snapshot of a single action that was completely finished before something else happened in the past. And the best part? Building it is so easy. It's a simple three-step formula that never changes. You start with your subject, she, the students, whatever. You add the magic word had, and then you add the past participle of your verb. That's the V3 form, like gone, seen, or finished. That's it. Seriously, no exceptions. Let's see it in action. Look at this. By the time the class began, the students had reviewed their notes. Okay, so we've got two things happening in the past here. The class starting and the students reviewing. By using had reviewed, we know with 100% certainty that the reviewing was totally done before the class ever started. It's a perfect snapshot of a finished action. So you're going to pull out this snapshot tool whenever you need to be super clear that one thing was finished before another past thing, or even before a specific time. Like by 2010, he had published 3 novels. It's also awesome for showing a really clear cause and effect, or for reporting what someone said. It's all about adding that extra layer of clarity and sequence. Now for our second tool. If the past perfect is a single snapshot, then the past perfect continuous, well, that's the video footage. It's the whole ongoing story leading up to that moment. With this one, we don't care about completion. We care about duration. And putting this one together is just as easy. You start with your subject, you add the key phrase had been, and you finish it off with the ing form of your verb, like reading or researching. Again, super consistent, super easy to remember. Just listen to this example. She was exhausted because she had been working all night. Her exhaustion isn't just a single event, it's a result of a long process. Using had been working lets us feel the duration, that long continuous effort that led to her being so tired. It tells the story behind the final snapshot. So this is the tense you grab when you want to emphasize how long something was happening before something else happened. It's perfect for explaining the why behind a situation. Like, the ground was wet because it had been raining. You're telling the ongoing story, focusing on the process, not just the single result. Okay, so we have our two main tools, the snapshot and the story. Now, let's put them side by side. This is where the difference between them really clicks. At its core, it all boils down to one simple question. What is your focus? Is your focus on the fact that an action was finished? Well, then you use the past perfect snapshot. Is your focus on how long that action was going on? Then you need the past perfect continuous story. One is about the result. The other is all about the process. Now check this out. If I say, she had finished her work before I arrived, what does that tell you? It tells me the job was 100% done. It's a snapshot of a completed task. But if I say she had been working for hours before I arrived, now the focus is totally different. It's on the effort, the time she put in. Maybe the work was finished, maybe not. That's not even the point. The point is the long process. It's the same situation, but a completely different story. All right, Siri is great, but the real fun is putting these tools into action. Let's do a couple of quick exercises to get our hands dirty. It's time to test out your new skills. Okay, let's try this first one. By the time we arrived, the film blank already start. So what's the focus here? Is it on how long the movie was playing, or is it on the single completed event of it starting? What do you think? Yes, exactly. The film had already started. The start of the film is a single, finished action that happened before we got there. We need that perfect snapshot, so we use the past perfect. All right, how about this one? He was tired because he blank work all day. What's the story here? Are we focused on a finished task, or are we focused on the long process that made him tired? You got it. He had been working all day. We're explaining why he was tired by emphasizing the duration, that whole long day of work. We need to tell the ongoing story, so we use the past perfect continuous. Okay, one more for you. This is a really common mistake. She had went to school before it rained. Can you spot the error? Think back to our simple formula for the snapshot tense. That's it. The rule is had plus the past participle, the V3 form, and the past participle of go isn't went, it's gone. So the correct way to say it is she had gone to school. It's a simple fix, but a really important one to remember. And really, that's the whole shebang. You now have two incredibly powerful tools to make your stories about the past so much more precise. So let's just wrap this all up with the single most important takeaway. If you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. The past perfect is your snapshot of a completed action. The past perfect continuous is the story of an ongoing action's duration. They are not the same. The one you choose completely changes the focus of your sentence, and you are the one in control of that story. And now we can finally go back and solve our little mystery from the beginning. If I want to make it crystal clear that dinner was ready and waiting for me, I just say this. My roommate had cooked dinner when I arrived. The cooking was a completed action, a perfect snapshot taken before I got there. Puzzle solved. So I'll leave you with the final thought to put this into practice right now. Think about the last time you were just completely exhausted. What was the story behind it? What had you been doing?